Superstitions 1114 through 1140. Set out cabbages in the new of the moon to make them head up well, and gather apples in the new of the moon to make them keep well. Plant potatoes in the old of the moon. Mitchell County, North Carolina. Plant flowers in the increase of the moon. Pennsylvania. Be careful as to the phase of the moon when felling timber. General in the United States. If brush and thistles are cut down in the full moon in August, when the sign is in the heart, they will never grow again. Copied from an agricultural paper. Grass cut when the moon is waning will not spend well. New England. If cut when it is waxing, the hay weighs and spends well. New England. Plant peas and potatoes in the increase of the moon. Miramichi, New Hampshire. Seeds should be sown when the moon is new. This custom is still more or less observed. Corn should be planted at this time. Boston, Massachusetts. Plant seed the first 3 days after the moon changes. Alabama. Plant potatoes in the dark of the moon, so the potatoes will root and yield well. Mansfield, Ohio. The full moon is the time to cut alders, spruce, or other undergrowth, because the roots then die quickly without sprouting. Nova Scotia. Shingle the roof in the decrease of the moon, so the shingles will lie flat, go down, else they may warp and rise up. Mansfield, Ohio. If a farmer lays a rail fence by the light of the moon, it will be stronger and last longer than if it was laid in the daytime. Western New York and parts of Massachusetts. Kill any animal for meat on the increase of the moon, and it will increase in the pot. Kill it on the wane of the moon, and it will shrink in the pot. General in the United States. If hogs are butchered on a rising tide, the pork will not shrink in the pan. Massachusetts. You must never kill cattle or pigs or even wild game by the dark of the moon. It is most unlucky, and the meat will come to no good. Clover Bend, Arkansas. If you wean a calf at the time of the full moon, it will make less fuss. You mustn't wean it when the sign is in the belly, or it will never grow fat. Pursue the same course with a pig, or it will squeal. Western Massachusetts. To make hair grow, cut it in the new of the moon. Newfoundland, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Maine, Massachusetts, and Talladega, Alabama. Cut hair the first Friday in the new moon if you wish it to grow. General in the United States. It is the custom for girls to cut their bangs on the forehead when the moon is new. It is supposed to make them grow. This custom is observed by many intelligent young people. Boston, Massachusetts. Cut hair in the new moon, bury it in earth near a running brook, and it will make the new hair grow long and abundant. Maine. Clean the spring or well during the increase of the moon, so the water will run in, and fill the spring after it is emptied. Mansfield, Ohio. Make soap in the new of the moon. Talladega, Alabama. Make soap in the full of the moon. Prince Edward Island. Do not marry or move during the wane decrease of the moon. Mansfield, Ohio. To take away warts, steal a dish rag out of the house, without anybody's knowledge, and go out of doors in the first of the moon, rub the dish rag on the wart, and say, "Here, new moon, take away my new wart." Then throw the dish rag away where no one will find it, and tell nobody. Talladega, Alabama. To cure warts, go out of doors when the moon is new, take up a handful of mud, looking at the moon all the time, and rub on the wart. Holderness, New Hampshire. End of chapter 15. Read by Dennis Sayers in Modesto, California for LibriVox. Spring, 2007.